Hi, and welcome to Pillow Talk with Angela. I'm your host, Angela Stribling, and oh my God, this is an exciting show. Actually, I haven't been doing this for a while, so I'm just so happy to be here and be with you guys, and I've got a special, very special treat for you. We have a group here that I know you guys are going to be just as excited as I am. They got together, I guess, a few years ago and decided they're going to do their own thing musically. And they're here with us tonight. We've been listening to Levert for years. I love the guys in Levert. May some of them rest in peace. But you know what? When you hear this group, you're going to say, whoa, they are here tonight with us. And how about let's welcome the Levert Experience. So let's get started. We got Marc here first. We got David Tolliver here as well. Oh, I'm saving your names. All right, hold on. We got David Tolliver. We got Joe Little. Now it's obvious I've been on vacation for too long.
It's all right. We're gonna work with you. We're gonna work with you.
Work with me. How you
not against you. Work with you, not against you. That's the way you do.
Don't work against me.
That's real love. We're here to make love, not war.
Oh, I love that. How are you guys doing?
We all good.
All right.
Yeah. The Levert Experience. I mean, I want to hear all about it. How you guys got together. Just listening to your music. Your voices are golden. I mean, really beautiful. And I've got no reason to, try to just give you empty compliments. So I've been listening to your music, and I'm so curious as to how you guys got together, and when did you know that, you really had something in this group?
It all, I try. I'll be honest with you. After Gerald and Sean passed away, I tried to get with Marc. And I said, Marc, man, listen, I'll lose 200 pounds, man, if you let me get in the group.
Oh, man.
And look, his usual answer was, that meant no, dude. And, years later, this is Dave speaking. I kept doing my Minute Large thing. Joe was he's doing his Rude Boys thing. We doing everything. And Al Nolan, he works with us. He also was Minute Large and Rude Boys road manager during the years. Long story short, he said we're gonna do this thing on the Tom Joyner cruise last year.
Oh, nice.
And it was called the Levert Experience. It was gonna be a tribute to Gerald and just the legacy. And just to condense it, we got on there, and I swear we had basically one rehearsal. We got on stage, and it was like magic, and that's when we knew it was meant to be. Because I mean, things don't just gel like that out of the sky. I say it's ordained. A lot of times you ask a question, why did God spare us? Here we are. This is one of the answers. There's so many answers that you could come up with, but this is one of the answers. So many people say that the music business needs this, and so if this is God's will, then here we will be. You did.
Yes, I love that so much. And guys, feel free to, chime in whenever you want. But, to your point, it does sound like it's ordained. Just listening to your voices, it sounds like you guys have been, like, from the beginning, have been doing this together from the beginning. And, I talk to a lot of artists, and it's not easy. It's not easy to create, the magic. The personalities have to gel. Everything has to gel. Your voices blend so beautifully. So, congratulations to you guys.
I think the one thing too, Joe and I are children of the Levert legacy. So, it was like they hatched our eggs, so to speak. So, I mean, hell, if it wasn't me hanging with Marc all the time and Joe being with Gerald, and then all of us it was like one big party, family reunion all the time at 9311 Way in Cleveland. So we had a chance to, man, hell, I've been around them since I probably been knowing Joe since I was 12 or 13, right, Joe? Somewhere around there. I've been knowing Marc since I knew Gerald when I was like about 14, 15, but didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, you know, it's we ain't really have a choice, I don't think.
Yeah. So what does it for you, Joe? Talk about your experience in the group.
Just my experience is just like Gerald was like one of my best friends, a big brother, and just, you know, I always pledged to wave the banner and swing the bat for Gerald and for Treble, and by the Rude Boys being like the first children, the first baby that was spawned from Treble Productions, you know, just leading by example. And just this Levert experience is just really is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's a pleasure to work the stage and work with one of my mentors, Marc Gordon, you know, and just like never thought that we would ever really be together in this sense, like really a hardcore group, really. And things is really picking up, and I am delighted. I'm truly delighted, and the spirit of Gerald and Sean is with us. We carry that because we all come from the same place. We all come from the same city. We come from the same company, and we just did a lot together, man. We toured a lot together on the road.
Man,
it's just, you know, it feels good. It's home. It's home.
I love that. And Marc?
Yes.
How is it for you?
It's been a great experience to be able to, you know, give the people what they want. And that's, you know, something that I think that's been missing for a few years since the passing of Gerald and Sean. You know, I didn't think that, you know, I didn't know how I was going to be able to continue to do it, but this happened to come about, and it was like, okay, well, let's see where it goes. And it's been a great thing. And, you know, I love doing it.
That's beautiful. You know, I mean, and it's a tricky thing. I'd imagine initially that you're like, okay, is this gonna be all right? Are we gonna, you know, gel together? Are the people gonna love it? So let's talk about that.
I think because, you know, we're older now, you know what I mean? And I think that we have, you know, different missions in mind of what we want to do. And our time as far as being in the music and being able to project our energies, you know, on stage is limited. You know what I mean? So we have to pave new directions, new ways, and how to, you know, reinvent ourselves pretty much. You know what I mean? And I think this was a good way to be able to do it collectively and use all that we have, all the tools that we have to be able to do that. So I think it's, you know, it's been a remarkable thing.
Yeah. Anyone want to add to that?
I knew when I just knew before, man. All my life, I don't want to, you know, start off on another topic, but all my life I've been able to see things. I've seen things that were bad and came to fruition, and I've seen things that were good that have come to fruition as well. And when he said, when Al said we're gonna do this on the boat, I knew it. I just felt it in my spirit. I knew that it was gonna go. It was something that I had always, because I always tour with Joe. I love being on the road with Joe. I do. I love and I just knew, and I knew once we got together, because I'm still a big ass kid. I knew if I just be quiet and let them lead me, because I mean we all have, you know, almost, you know, the same amount of experience. But I knew if I just, when we in meetings and we talking, like the other day we were in Chicago and I was like talking about singing, and it was like Marc, he got on me like a big brother should. He said, man, you doing too much. He said, just take your time. He said, man, I was trying to figure out what it was, but man, you doing too much, man. Just take your time. And ever since he told me that, and I kind of felt that, but you know, it just all, man, I'm excited. I can't wait, man. At least 500K hashtag.
I love it. But you know what? Isn't that a beautiful thing to have that kind of a relationship where somebody can be honest? These are like your brothers. They're not afraid to say what it is. It's like, if you're doing too much, come on, man.
And I'll be honest, I needed it for my mental. Yeah, because it's been a great life, but it has been a road of uppercuts, left hooks, you know, body blows and all that stuff that, you know, when you going into the patriarch mode of the family and everybody's depending on you even before that, this is something right here that's therapeutic for me. I can't wait to get, we got dates, a bunch of dates coming. I can't wait to get back. The break was cool, but I'm ready to roll.
Let's get it.
Well, you know what Dave said was like, man, I don't know how Gerald did this every night. You know what I mean? And it was just like, I was like, dude, you know what it is? You really just doing too much. Slow down. You know what I mean? Take your time.
Yeah.
For real. Just, you know what I mean? You got it. Just, you know, just don't do everything at once. You know what I mean? Just give them a little bit here and there and you got it.
Yeah.
I bet that was just what you needed to hear.
It was. And I think probably everybody else in the room probably thought he was getting on me, but that was his brotherly love giving me the advice that I needed to make our show better at that point, because that's a very crucial part of the show. And if I don't deliver that, you know, then what comes after that is not going to be, it's like going to church, and if the music ain't good, people ain't going to receive the sermon. That's so right. It's all step by step, and that's a build up to that smash hit by the Rude Boys. If I don't deliver that, then he got to work harder to bring you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So amen. That smash hit by the Rude Boys is written all over your face.
Oh man. Well, I just love you guys, and I love what you're doing, and I'm so happy that you're keeping this beautiful music alive. And not just that, but kind of reinventing in a way and bringing your own style to this already amazing style.
Amen.
Right? Mm-hmm. I mean, is there like when you're all singing together, are there things that maybe you want to do differently than maybe were done before, that now now that you have an opportunity to maybe reinvent a little bit more? Any changes?
We just kind of stick to the script. It's a script that doesn't need to be tweaked. Mm-hmm. And because we're performers, like I said earlier, we come from the same camp, so we know the expectations. I mean, if it's not broke, then there's no need to fix it. I mean, the songs and our talents collaborating with the songs speak for itself. So it's nothing, you know, we probably have different arrangements like intros and outros and different things like that. But the songs are the songs, and the people want to hear the songs like the songs go. But, you know, we just have a different flavor, different voices. But the thing about it is that it's respected because everybody know that we from the same, you know, the camp. You know, the familiarity is there. Gerald sung on Rude Boy songs. He sung on many large songs. Marc produced many large
everything
songs. I sung on some Gerald and wrote and produced on Gerald. Marc did, and Dave worked with Gerald, and we all work together. So is we know what it is. Is like it is family.
Yeah.
And I think the advantage that we had above all of these other groups that come out that didn't have mentors, like, you know, Bad Boy had Puff, Jagged, you know, So Def had Jermaine, you know, and they had Boys to Men, the East Coast had Biv, you know, a consummate professional and showman. We had Gerald and Eddie Levert.
Yeah, come on.
I remember
Eddie.
I said Gerald and Eddie. And Eddie would come in our rehearsals, and he would say, "Let me see what you got. Let me see if y'all got it, man." And he would come in and say, "No, that's bull. That's bull. No, that's bull. You gotta do it like this." And you step to it and you take. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And you know, you can't buy that, man. You can't buy that.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't buy the tutelage. And then going out to watch, being on the road we didn't do a lot of shows with the OJs. We did very few things where Eddie would come out. But with Gerald, you know, that was our first tours, and watching him, or even before we came out, he would always take me and Jason with him to different shows. And I would just be on the side of the stage, and he'd be like, just watching him, and you know, you start to emulate. Man, he calling us, man. Listen, oh my God, he gave you the killer instinct. It was like feeding your pit bulls gunpowder.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, like being on the road, like the Rude Boys, we did tour with the OJs. We toured with Levert and the Jays.
I sure did.
Like years, like
I'm mad about
years, long stretches. Like when tours, when once you got on the bus and you left home, your tour bus, you don't come back home. You out in the road.
You're out there.
Suitcase from hotel to hotel. You know, now when you tour is the weekends, and then you go home for a few days, and then you back out maybe Thursday after going. We had tours where we didn't make it back to the crib until like maybe 3 weeks.
Wow.
Time. And so during that, I had the benefit to be able to be on the side of the stage and watch Gerald and Marc and Sean every night, who were already groomed and professional. Got to watch the OJs like every night.
Oh my goodness.
Like, you know, a lot of that stuff now, it kicks in to help me as an entertainer and a professional. And I'm just, I can't believe sometimes just the position that I have been afforded to be in, being connected to Gerald Levert, Eddie Levert, Marc Gordon, Sean Levert, Walt Williams, you know. It's just amazing. It's surreal.
And I got to shout out Bink, and that's Eric Nolan, the other OJ.
Oh, I love Eric Nolan.
Yeah, so the story is that, you know, he called me one day and was like, man, they want to see you out there. They want to, you know, you got to get back out here, because I was kind of like in limbo, like I don't really want to. I was skeptical about doing anything, and I was like, man, huh?
Plus he rich, so he don't have to go out. He like Ray Parker Jr. He only go out because he want to, not because he have to.
No, that's not true. That's not true. But and when he said that, I was like, man, you're right. I need to come out, and but I don't know how I'm gonna do it. And then this came along. The Tom Joyner thing came along, and it was a thing where it's like, okay, do I want to do this? How I want to do this? And when Al said that Dave and Joe was on it, and I was just like, okay, well this might be able to work. You know what I mean? This might be the answer to, you know, what we was talking about. And so shout out to Bink for, you know what I mean? We call him Bink, but yeah, shout him out for encouraging the, you know, the move. He spoke it into existence.
Yes, he did. He's such a good guy. Yeah, we're all so glad he did that, because it brought you guys together. So, all right, can we pillow talk just a little bit?
Yeah.
Speaking my
I love you say that. Talk.
You have a question?
Who redid the pillow talk? Because the first version was very erotic.
It was. And the woman who was just singing just then, that was me.
Huh?
Angela Stribling, your new favorite, your bestie.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that with, it was, what'd you say?
That's you singing it?
Yeah, I'm a singer. I'm a jazz singer.
All these years, you've been able to sing.
I've been singing. I've got a couple CDs out.
Really? Y'all knew
yeah,
that?
This one, Pillow Talk. So Will Downing produced it. I mean, I guess I should lead with it. Lead with it. I'm a singer. Yeah, I sing jazz.
I never knew that. I thought you was just a beautiful woman with a beautiful smile and great talking voice.
Oh, I'm just blushing.
Wow.
Thank you.
I just knew your media stuff. I didn't know you could sing.
Yeah, your media.
You sound amazing, Angela.
Thank you. That's my first love.
We got to get an album cut on you. We're going to have to cut a full album.
I did too.
Yeah.
I've got 2 CDs out. If you Google it, you could find it. But
Oh, I'm going
I'm
to.
happy to send it.
Oh,
And yeah, working on some new
Me
stuff.
too.
good, good.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm
Wow.
gonna print
Make
out.
my whole day.
I'm gonna
But back to
I'm gonna
you.
get a poster of you and put it up in my studio while I'm listening to the album.
I got one I'll give you.
You hear what I said? I said I'm gonna get.
I
Yeah,
would
send
like
me that.
it.
I want the poster. I'm gonna put it up in my studio. Yeah,
Oh, I
definitely.
would love for you to have it.
Yeah, we
Yes,
all want to post it.
definitely.
Oh
I'd
yeah,
be honored.
sign it and send it. Yeah,
Make the
sign it
Mark,
and
but
send
Mark
it.
ain't
Yeah,
got,
heard yeah.
Mark don't have
Sign it.
room for your poster because he got a bunch of platinum and gold plaques.
I know, right?
Flat. Yeah.
He got to make room for your poster.
You're gonna make
Oh,
room.
I got plenty of room. I got plenty
Oh,
of
okay,
room.
all right.
I know. I see all the trophies and everything in the background. Maybe just a little space. You could squeeze me in there.
Oh yeah, I got you, no doubt.
And now back to you. I want to talk about your music, but I also want to talk about
Man.
romance. The Pillow Talk question is old school romance a thing of the past? And if not, how is it still alive? How would you guys answer that?
I'll go first. Old school is old school, and the past is the past. And yes, it is a thing of the past because unfortunately and fortunately, things transcend and they evolve. So with the state of how the world is and the advancement of it, romance has its own different twist to it nowadays. The chivalry thing is something of the past, but you still have men that have chivalry, that are gentlemen. And there's some youngsters out there that probably have been groomed and showed the right way to be that way, but I don't feel that it is in abundance as it used to be because it was what it was. So yes, I believe that as it used to be is a thing of the past. Now maybe nowadays romance has new nuances to it. So, I don't know. I'm an old schooler, so I don't know. You know, some of the stuff I look at and how men handle women nowadays, you know, even with me having a handful of young men that are my sons, is much different because every now and then I have to tell them like, yo, dude, like you calling your woman bruh. Like,
Oh,
you
There's a
can't
lot
hate
of that
that.
going around.
like,
I
what's up,
hate
bruh?
that.
To
I
a
do
woman and I
too.
can't even, I don't even know how to take that. But I mean, yes, it is a thing of the past, but there are some new nuances with romance that is just today's romance. But I believe that if people would embrace the old school way and keep it going, that the world would be in a better state with relationships, marriages, period.
Yeah.
All right,
I agree with that. You going, Mark, or you?
I can, but you can go.
I don't really think they give us a chance to, you know, for those that aren't attached or that are out there in the dating game. There's so many different visuals and things that they're subliminally implanting into your brain to make you run away from that. You know, and I think you going from what Joseph says, it goes on to the images that you see. Like how many shows like the Huxtables do you see? How many shows do you see like My Wife and Kids do you see on TV? And like My Wife and Kids was probably like, well, then you got The Neighborhood now, but you see very few. And if you see the shows that you see for ours, it's you know, it's always a divorce or it's you know, and it's an estranged couple, or you know, the strong, supposed to be strong men in the things are gay. And I mean, you do what you want to do, but my I love a man needs a woman and a woman needs a man. You ain't gonna get here without a woman. You ain't gonna get here without a man. A man needs one, woman needs a man. But you do what you want to do. I don't care. But it's just there's so many things that distract you from and detour you from. And you know, when you look at everything, it's like now everything is cool. You know, when you look at these TV shows and stuff like that, you see people that are married and they're in relationships, and everybody on the show knows about it. So you pumping that into the system every day, and it becomes normal to the palate as well. You know what I mean? So and then people be like, well, hell, if that's cool, I'm gonna do it too. So I mean, this could go on and on and on and on. But I just think, you know, romance and different stuff like that. I think it's probably a lost art, and there's some people that do it, and then you have so many women that have been so hardened that they say they want it, but then when the guy starts to do it, he's soft. It's like, they don't know what they want anymore. They want that, but then they really don't want it when they start to get it. And a lot of times it comes to what you've been taught, or what you've seen, or what you haven't seen is what you'll allow and what you won't allow in your life. I could go on, but I'm gonna stop because I'm long-winded. Fact.
No, but it's good stuff. I like it. And Mark?
Well, I kind of agree. I kind of agree with them a little bit, but I think that the romance. So the question is it dead, or is it in the past?
Question is old school romance still alive? And if it is, how so?
It's still alive because we still alive. You know what I mean? As long as we still around, you got, you're gonna always have that generation to support the romance. You know what I mean? Because we didn't live long enough to experience the ups and the downs and the this and the that. It ain't perfect, but at the same time, we're not doing it like this new generation is doing it. So we keep it alive, but how do we pass it on is the question to the younger generation.
Yeah. That's very well said.
That's the question.
Yeah, like I said, Mark, you hit it dead on. It's not in abundance, but it's here, And Mark,
I don't know if you guys watched.
That was very profound.
It was very it was actually.
You know why?
That's because he reality shows, this Ratchet TV. The way that a lot of the couples interact with each other, even like the Real Housewives, it's I hope it's not representative of a lot of real relationships, but what are your thoughts about that? I mean, it's a whole different level from our generation and even a little bit younger.
Well, I think they're breeding that type of relationship. They're breeding that environment with these shows. When you have a young kid that comes up and says that they want to be a reality show star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're talking about young girls. They want to be a reality. Now, what is that? Like, what really is that?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, we're putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong things as far as the entertainment and whoever the powers that be is choosing to do, and there's no perspective on, because we got to draw the line between entertainment and what's real.
Right.
And so we tend to blend what's happening with the reality TV, and everything in reality TV don't have to be our entertainment,
right.
And I think that's a problem, but what can we do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to do a better job at home, I guess, and really, kind of sitting down with your kids or grandkids and kind of teaching them that there's a difference between what they're doing and what we should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Yeah, facts, definitely, because that's all they have. I mean, if the parents or aunts and uncles aren't going to influence them, reality TV will, and other people will.
Yeah.
If we're not in
They sure do.
That
social media is something else, man. That social media is something else. As much as I sit here and I watch my kids, especially my younger daughter, and I'm like, as much as I try to instill, the positivity that was beaten to me basically when I was a kid. It's like, back then, if you talked about jumping off a building, they whooped you, and you never talked about it. I mean, it's just what it is now. It's down. Well, it's a new day. It's a new time, and parenting today, as you talk about passing it down, is very different. Even when you do spend time with your children, once they start getting those phones and they get the Fire Stick and they get on the computer and there's so many other influences, and it's a tough fight. And you just have to pray that what you've laid down here. I can say, like, I know you talk about your sons, Joe, and I know my son. And he was calling. I was like, if I ever hear you call your sister bro again, I'm gonna grab you by your neck and I'm gonna throw you. I said, don't let this leg fool you. I'm gonna throw you down the steps. I said, I don't ever call. And I said, don't let me ever hear you calling any woman bro. I said, I don't want to hear that. And I told my daughter, I said, if I hear you letting some man call you bro, I'm on you. I said, you demand your respect, and then you need to respect her. So I'm glad to say that my son has he's been with his girl since they were a junior, and he graduated from college in 20. They still together, and
oh, that's awesome.
He does more chivalry for her than he does for his mama. So I don't know. Yeah, he don't do nothing for his mama, but he help her with everything, carry the bags. I think I did all right.
I think you did. It sounds like you did.
But that bro thing, I hate that with a passion.
Yeah. But what I love is that the three of you are
sexy,
real grown men. Yeah, I love it, and I love what you're doing, and I'm so proud of the music that you're putting out there. Yeah, it's good stuff. So, all right. Before I let you go, I always like to end the conversations with, anything positive. I know we're just getting into this new year. If there's any inspiration that you'd like to impart with your listeners, your fans, just individually, just think of whatever it is you'd like to leave us with. Or if you want to just sing a song, whatever you want to do, however you want to say goodbye.
I'll say this, and I haven't heard it anywhere. I told Joe this the other day. I said, for anybody out there, wanting and wishing and dreaming, look, we don't own the clock. So stop wasting time. Go do it. We do not own the clock. Stop wasting time. Just go do it. Real talk.
It's beautiful. Powerful.
Angela, darling.
Yes, David, darling.
I like how you say that. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'm so happy to talk to you guys. All right, Marc, you got some pearls of wisdom you want to leave your fans with?
See. I don't know. We gotta do better in this year to 2025. So keep your eyes open. You know what I mean? And come and see the Levert Experience.
Yeah, man.
There you go. Yes.
Look, February 8th, San Antonio, February 1st in Orlando, February 14th in Columbus, February 22nd in Miami, March 1st in Nashville.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Go to the @the_Levert. What is it? @_the_Levert.
I think it's that.
I'm sorry. @the.Levert.experience.
Okay.
There you go.
We will find you.
Yeah, just search the Levert Experience. It'll come up.
Okay, there you go. And is there anything that we did not Joe, you didn't give your pearls of wisdom.
And he got your children.
You thought you were off the hook.
I was told not to cast my pearls among swine. I was saying.
Oh no, you didn't.
What I will say is that we live in a world where people are not connected to oneness, which is their self. And I just bid people to take a deep, intricate inventory, a look into yourself, and try to find out who you are, be that, and be willing and open to grow. It's very important that you know who you are and how you present yourself out here in the world. So, I'm really big on self-love, self-preservation, people connecting with themselves, because we live in a world where we pulled away from ourselves so much, and we are taught to look on the outside of what's in the inside. And I tell, I'm a facilitator of workforce development, job readiness, also a life skills coach and a motivational speaker. Beautiful. And I tell people that you have to find out who you are. Is a must, that the real wins in life are won within yourself. The real championships of life are won within yourself. And that's basically what it is, So elevate my people out there to find out who you are, be willing to open to grow, and just love on the people that you love on, and with your haters, love on them too, because they have a disease. It's a disease.
It's right.
Right.
Love to hate.
Let me add on to that. Let me add on to that. And that is, you know, as we have gotten older, we find that we've lost people along the way, a lot of people. And I just want to say that stop, bickering and going at each other over nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have a limited time here.
Yep.
Whatever's going to happen after this, I don't know. But at this point, try to, be better for yourself, because this is not guaranteed. You know what I mean? I try to, share that with everybody but my kids, and like, it's always something that's trying to prevent people from being together, or being their best selves. And we tend to try to fight about stuff that at the end of the day, when you really think about it, is nothing.
Make a difference. Yeah.
It ain't nothing. I mean, when if you lost that person the next day, it's like, what you got to say about that? It's like, we got to care more about each other and just do better.
Yeah. Wow. You guys are so inspiring. I just love you. I just fell in love with every one of you. Thank you so much. I already loved your music. Now, you got me. Thank you so much. Really. This is
don't
just
play with my emotions like that.
What'd you say?
I said, don't play with my emotions like that. My heart over here skipping beats.
Good. That's what I was going for.
You must know that you are a true heartthrob now.
Man.
Thank you. Oh man, I never think of myself that way, but
of course you wouldn't, but the men out here do.
I appreciate it.
I know a couple of my friends that I was doing an interview with, Angela Stribling, BT. And they was like, "What? Oh, she fine, Foxy."
Oh man!
I said, "Go to her Instagram. She's still looking good."
Miss Parker, Miss Parker,
Miss Parker just don't know. Miss Stribling just don't know.
Oh my God! You guys made my whole day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I look
forward to
more.
I'm about to have you on my show, A1 Conversations. You see it?
Yeah, I see your logo back there. Yeah, let's definitely do it.
I represent it in whatever I do, but I definitely want to have you on my show soon.
Oh, thank you. I'd be honored to do it. Let's do it soon.
Thank you kindly.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Continue good vibes and great music. And I'll see you guys soon.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Well, that was awesome. Oh my gosh, a wonderful conversation. Thank you all so much for joining us for this edition of Pillow Talk with Angela. Have a good night.